Exploring the U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Yemen. Yemen has been plagued by insurgency for several years. The country was already facing a tough economic situation, and the war added to its woes. The situation in Yemen has become a formidable challenge for the world because it threatens the international peace and security. Numerous religious, ideological, and political groups fight in Yemen, and it adds to the complexity of the situation. In response to this situation, the U.S. Army formulated a counterinsurgency approach to tackle the problem. The U.S. Army has a long history of counterinsurgency tactics and has successfully implemented these approaches in Iraq and Afghanistan. This article aims to explore the U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Yemen. The nature of insurgency in Yemen. The Yemen insurgency is complex due to various groups fighting for power, including Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, the Houthi rebels, and the Yemeni government. It is difficult to identify the primary motive of these groups, but it is well known that AQAP aims to establish an Islamic caliphate. AQAP has been active in Yemen since 2009, and all its activities are directed towards this end. AQAP has significantly benefited from the Yemen crisis, which has weakened the Yemen government's control. AQAP has used this situation to gain support on the ground and increase its operational capabilities. The Houthis are a Shia Muslim militant group that gained control over Yemen's capital, Sana'a, in 2014. The group has opposed the Yemen government's Sunni majority and wants to establish a Shia government. The Houthis have clashed with the Yemen government and AQAP and are currently fighting on two fronts. The Yemen government is fighting multiple insurgent groups, and its forces have weakened due to the prolonged conflict. In response to the Yemen situation, the U.S. Army formulated a robust counterinsurgency approach. The U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach. Counterinsurgency is a military strategy that aims to win the hearts and minds of the population to isolate and defeat the insurgents. The U.S. Army has a long history of counterinsurgency strategies, and it has been successful in implementing these approaches in Iraq and Afghanistan. The U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Yemen includes providing training and equipment to Yemeni government forces, conducting targeted airstrikes against AQAP positions, and supporting the Yemeni government to hold free and fair elections. Additionally, the U.S. Army also monitors AQAP activities closely to disrupt their operations and prevent them from gaining control over Yemen. The U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach also focuses on supporting the Yemen government to address the underlying social, economic, and political issues that exacerbate the insurgency. The U.S. Army has provided resources to promote development and provide humanitarian aid to address the people's basic needs. The success of the U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach. The U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach in Yemen has had mixed results. Although AQAP has been pushed back, insurgency continues to persist. AQAP is still active on the ground despite the targeted airstrikes by the U.S. Army. Moreover, the Yemeni government has been unable to hold a free and fair election due to the ongoing war. Additionally, there have been allegations of corruption against the Yemeni government, which has weakened its position. Nonetheless, the U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach has made some progress. The provision of training and equipment to the Yemeni government forces has improved their operational capabilities. Furthermore, the humanitarian aid provided by the U.S. Army has helped alleviate the people's suffering in Yemen. Conclusion. In conclusion, the insurgency in Yemen is a considerable challenge for the world, and its resolution requires a multifaceted approach. The U.S. Army's counterinsurgency approach focuses on isolating and defeating the insurgents through the provision of training and equipment to Yemeni government forces, targeted airstrikes, and providing humanitarian aid. Although the U.S. Army's approach has had mixed results, it has made some progress toward isolating AQAP, improve the Yemeni government's operational capabilities, and alleviating the people's suffering. However, the resolution of the Yemen crisis requires a more significant commitment from the international community to address the underlying causes of the insurgency. The international community must come together to support the Yemen government to hold free and fair elections, stamp out corruption, and address the economic and political issues that contribute to the insurgency.